All right, welcome back to Pop Culture Tarot. So you can see the setup is a little bit different today. I'm actually in bed. I left my house at about 9 o'clock, been on the road I got here about 12. So yeah, I was on the highway for several hours to get here to my mom's. It was a super late night with a friend, like hanging out, dinner, pop culture, political conversation until 2 a.m. this morning. We started out having a conversation about one thing, and then she's not a tarot reader. She's an artist, and so I was just sharing with her some of my spiritual accoutrement. And that went on a whole conversation about the origin of that. And then we got into the origin of tarot. And then that sent me on just a whole fact-finding mission, just trying to go deeper than what's currently, I know what they say about tarot's origins and all those things, but I do have a Gemini moon and quite a few placements in Virgo, and of course Virgo is also ruled by Mercury. And so I'm a very curious girl, hence my videos about other people's business. And so I just wanted to go a little bit deeper into the history of tarot, just for my own edification. Yeah. And I didn't find much more than what I already knew, but I am actually, because I'm a lifelong learner, I'm actually going to be studying tarot under another teacher starting this week. So I'm excited. 6 weeks. Because I'm like, give me my CEUs. Just because just because I read and I teach it myself. I'm like, it's what I love, tarot, and I want to know as much as I can from lots of different readers. So I say all that to say, late night, early morning, getting on the road. Thank God there was no traffic. Driving down the highway, singing at the top of my lungs, 90s alternative. And then I did a little classic rock. Then I wound up coming back around to some Limp Bizkit. Then I came around to Willow. Oh, maybe I'll do the Smiths. Ooh, maybe I'll do the Smiths. Because I do really like Willow Smith's music. Yeah, so I was listening to a little Willow. And yeah, so that was it. I still have to go fire up the grill. So I came up here to actually take a little nap, but then I saw the sweetest message from Sarah in the comments. Damasio, I think. Let me see. I just want to make sure that I have her name right. Comment is my girlfriend. And I just saw, I watched the Taylor Swift Ice Spice. But yeah, I just had the sweetest comment. And Sarah gave me a ton of folks to read on. Oh yeah, Damasio. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I'm not sure if it's Damasio or Damasio, so I'm saying both. But yeah, so she gave me the sweetest compliment and on the readings, and tons of people to read on. So I'm so excited about that. So I got so excited. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm not going to take a nap. I'm going to do this reading on Harry and Meghan, because that was one of the folks that she suggested. So I did something a little bit different today, and we'll see if this changes the reading, enhances it or not. Hopefully y'all will let me know. But I actually looked at a few of their photos to get into their energy a little bit more, and a couple of quotes from Meghan. Now, I will say that this reading will be different than others. It'll kind of be like the Beyonce reading because I know a little bit more about them than the other readings that I've done. So yeah, like Florence Pugh, I think that's the girl from Midsummer. I'm not sure, but I think it is. I think I like her as an actress. She was in Midsummer, and she was in something else, I think. I mean, I know she was in something else, but something else that I saw. So I'm not sure what angle I would take with her, what folks want to know, like Sarah. So if you watch this, you could tell me what you want to know specifically. I don't like this card that just fell out for Harry and Meghan. I'm not sure if it was for Harry and Meghan, but it did fall out as I'm shuffling. So I'm going to just leave it here. I got the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. I don't like that already out the gate. Oh, but this would make sense though. Okay, this would make sense though. Yeah, see, this is the Gemini moon in me. I went literally from one thing to the other. Oh my God, I cannot get that karma song out of my head. Okay, so we have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, instability. But at first it made me a little nervous, but this makes sense, right? Because we know that they've been, at least in the past, reportedly talking about sort of how much they had to pay for security and all of that. So that makes sense. Although, well, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how you get the Ace of Pentacles when you have all that money. But they, Diddy and them did say more money, more problems. So I'm not judging. But we do. So we're going to leave this here. We're going to leave this here. Bad investments, missed chances. That also makes sense too. Oh, I wonder if they... I wonder if they made some kind of media deal, or they thought, because I know that they had the podcast and I think they had the Netflix thing. You know what? I wonder if things were not panning out like they said. So the other thing I saw was there's like divorce rumors and all of this stuff. Now, I am not sure if that's trolls or what. So we're going to just I'm not going to put a label per se on what I'm going to read. What I'm going to say out the gate is I am going to do the overall sort of archetype of the relationship and the theme of sort of, not the theme, but the energy that is like the undercurrent in their relationship. I think that will be very interesting. I'm saying that so I don't forget. I'm saying it to myself because I don't have notes or anything because I'm in the bed. And I have to say, I kind of like doing tarot from the bed. It's kind of cute. Okay. So Spirit wants, the question is, what's the archetype of Meghan? So what archetype is she showing up as in the relationship? Damn, I feel like I was just looking at something with her because I was looking at her birth chart just last week. Why was I looking at Meghan's birth? Oh, you know why? Because it was a week before last. So a little bit about me. Oh, that's lit. We like that. She's showing up as the gem. So she's a young lady who knows her worth, huh? Oh, this is interesting. So real quickly about me, then back to Harry and Meghan. So I had just wrapped my Tarot 101 course with my students, and then I have like a free, like after all during the class, and then once the class is over, I have a satsang. And a satsang is a spiritual gathering where my students and I would meet during the cohort, during class, and they could ask me any spiritual question because I know y'all, you don't know anything about me, but I do tarot, I do Reiki. I have 2 books. I've been reading tarot for probably, I don't know, like formally, I would say like for other people, 10 years. Yeah, 10 years. Yeah, absolutely. Because once I became a Reiki master, once you get Reiki, you get attuned to Reiki, and it just opens up all of your spiritual stuff. So before then I was channeling and things like that for years, crystal heal, like all the things. I'm into all the things. So anyway, so I have this satsang, and they can ask me anything. They can ask me about tarot, they can ask me about chakras, spells, whatever. So, one of the questions that came up in the last satsang that we did, not this week, but last week, was the week before last, excuse me, was about astrology and if you can, look at celebrity horoscopes and things like that. And I was like, I mean, astrology. And I was like, absolutely. I look at people's astrology to help me learn astrology. Like, again, I'm a lifelong learner. And also just like these readings to see what we can learn from other people's sort of schadenfreude, other people's public missteps. Not that I'm schadenfreuding, not that I'm like taking any joy in people's missteps, but it is to me important to like look and see other people's missteps and see what I can learn from them. Right. So, yeah. So as a part of that conversation, I wound up going through Megan's chart with them and a couple of other people too. So yeah, so now here we are. So anyway, so she's the gem, and I don't have her chart like 100% on the forefront of my mind, but I do believe she is a Leo. So, but I feel like with all of this sort of bramble bush around it, it's like she's a gem, but I do feel like, life has not been a crystal stair, right? Like it may not have been as dramatic as she says, but it has not been easy. And so I do feel like she's kind of like a Tootsie Roll, where she's had to get a little bit hard on the inside, and then she's like this sparkly gem on the inside. I don't feel like it's easy for people to penetrate her and get in, which is interesting because I didn't. Yeah, but that's actually what I'm feeling. I feel like she has a little bit of a shell. She has a little bit of a crunchy shell. You know what I'm saying? Like a little bit of a that crunchy. I don't really like sweets, but my mother loves sweets. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. My mother came back from the store today, a dozen cupcakes, some kind of pound cake with strawberry something on it. I was like, what is that? What is that? And 2 almond joys. So I'm not sure what the candy bar is, but I know there's a candy bar that has like that wafer in the middle. That's probably a million candy bars, but that wafer in the middle, and it's like a peanut buttery thing. Anyway, that feels like Megan to me. Crunchy on the outside, sweet on the inside. That's how she feels to me. I know that people are like, she's bossy, she's this, she's that, but I feel like she had to cultivate that for protection. Yeah, but she knows her worth now, honey. Now listen, you want to come with them diamonds, honey. You gonna come with you. You're gonna make me feel seen, honey. Megan's like, see me, hear me, and believe me. That's very important to her. Wow, her energy is actually very interesting. It's very interesting, because yeah, you're gonna see her, and I feel like she's oh wow, I feel like I'm hearing in denial about. It's so interesting because even with like, so I watched the documentary, so I'm aware of like what they're saying public, like that whole story. Okay, I'm aware of the narrative, and I feel like even with that narrative, I think she still is stunned by the slings and arrows that have been thrown her way. wow, if I was just good enough, if I was pretty enough, if I spoke well enough, if my hair is straight enough, if I was skinny enough, if my nose was pointy enough, if I smile with my eyes, if I'm absolutely perfect, people will see me. People will see that I'm a gem. And it's like, oh fuck, they don't. I feel like, wow, that's really, that makes me sad. But that's the energy. The energy feels sad. Oh my God. No. No. The energy feels sad. But that's also, and maybe the reason why I feel sad is because it resonates. Okay? I feel like that's so many women. You know what I mean? So many women identified people where if I smile bright enough, if my teeth are white enough, if I use enough hyaluronic acid, if I, you know what I mean? If I wax my vagina, if it's baby smooth, you know what I'm saying? If I take all the hair off of my body so that there's no primalness left to me, I'm just this bare canvas, this blank canvas for people to paint their fantasies on, and maybe they'll like me. And it's like, no, sweet pea. And I'm not talking about Megan, I'm talking about all of us. It's like, no, sweet pea, go back to the drawing board. As a matter of fact, we have an AI, you know what I'm saying, that we're building right now. You know what I'm saying? To replace you. Okay. Sorry. Sorry. What's Mercury doing right now? I have Mercury in Libra, so I can wax on quite a bit. All right. So are we still in the shadow of the retrograde? I think we're coming out of the shadow, but there's something that's really, yeah, it's like, I hate to say like Megan is all of us or Megan is every woman, but I just feel like there's this element of, yeah, I know what that feels like me. You know what I'm saying? Pop culture tarot. I know what that means. I know what that feels like. Wow. And I also am feeling like, Harry's not coming up yet. This is probably the home life. She's going on and on and on. And he's like, can I talk about my trauma for a minute? Maybe this is him. Oh, shit. What the fuck? Did I not just say, can I talk about my trauma for a minute? And the queen in reverse shows up? Fam. My man's has something to say. My man's has something to say. And I feel like this is where they connected, because it's like, yeah, can I talk about my trauma for a minute? Like, I know that I'm like a prince and like nobody cares. And like, I dressed up as a Nazi, you know what I'm saying, on Halloween, and did, you know, just a lot of dumb shit, a lot of racist shit. And at the same time, I'm human. So can I talk about my trauma for a minute? Can I talk about my queen dying? Not the one that just left. You know what I'm saying? Can I talk about my mom, like, being killed traumatically, and people saying that it was a conspiracy, that she didn't even die? Can I talk about for a minute that there are tapes of my father? Yeah, I know your father is a piece of work too, but there's actually tapes of my father, like, telling another woman that he wanted to do something in her knickers. I can't remember. I think he wanted to be her knickers or something, right? Can I talk about that for a minute? You know what I'm saying? Again, I know my struggles are not your struggles. I know we're not the same like that. I know we could never. Like, I know I could never. Like, I understand that my family, I understand that my family was like the precursor, okay, to a lot of the oppression that your people experience still to this day. I don't get it, but I get it. I get it in quotation marks, but you don't get it. But I'm trying to get it, but you don't get it. But I'm trying to get it. I don't care if you're trying. I'm a gem and nobody cares. You've been pampered since birth. You don't get it. They hate me. Everyone hates me. And they always have. But everybody hated me too. They said that my father isn't even my father. Okay? So I get it. In quotation marks, you don't fucking get it. This is the conversation. This is the it always comes back to this, and the ill. We're not even talking about the ill-gotten gains of the pentacles, okay? Everything you have off of the backs of others. Okay? Ace of Pentacles in reverse for everybody else except your family. You don't fucking get it. You could never. This is the argument. This is the argument. This is the root. Wow. This is the root of everything right here. And my father's side piece just became the queen. I get that your father is challenging and your sister is what your sister is. But do you hear what I'm saying? Like, can you take the shine off of yourself long enough? Okay? Showing up here as the moon. All right? Secrets, illusion, delusion. That I can't talk about. There's things I can't even talk about with you. I almost wish I should have actually married somebody more like me. These are the things I'm wondering. I love you. I love our children. But this is hard. That's the energy. That's the vibe. I don't even know where this is going. This is just like, I'm just saying what I'm hearing. This is the argument. Even when there are no words, this is the argument. What's the overall energy here? What's the overall energy? In addition to that, what else is here? What else is present? What else is present? What else is present? Two of Wands. Isn't that funny? I said, what else is present? And we get the Two of Wands. Where do we go next? Where do we go from here? Where do we go from here? Right? I took a huge fucking risk. Right? I took a huge risk. Yeah? Left my land. Okay? I mean, I wanted to leave them. Of course, I wanted to leave them. As soon as I saw them, I was like, I want to get the fuck out of here. But at the same time, they're my family, right? Ill-gotten gains or not, they're my blood. So now where do we go? What's the next conversation? What's the new conversation? What's the new thing? Huh? What's the new thing? Oh, well, what's the new thing? The world. The world is a new thing. Achievement, fulfillment, wholeness. So looking out, even the way these figures, now they're not looking at each other, which is interesting. Ooh, because this makes me feel like I don't like the way this figure is looking at her, quote unquote, and she, quote unquote, is looking in the other direction. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like it. It feels like irreconcilable differences. I don't like it. I don't like it. Why am I saying I don't like it? I don't know these people. Why am I saying I don't like it? But I don't like it. I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. And this is a very this is a very abundant card, okay? So, you know, if it was like There's really no way they could look at each other. What I hope, well, I don't know why I'm putting my, literally, I've never done this before in a reading, but I'm going to say it. And then I'm going to totally go back into the channeled energy. What I would hope, as somebody who does not know these people at all, but who is a hopeless romantic, there, I said it. What I hope, because there's 2 wands, right? And it's a 2 and it's a partnership. So what I hope is that they're looking at what's next for them together, like what they can build. And technically, this is not a female figure. Technically, there's no real gender in the tarot. They call this the divine androgen. Okay, so it's both here technically. So, and I don't even really like gender in the tarot anyway, but I'm just saying that I don't like the way that the divine androgen is looking in the other direction. Okay, I don't like that. But what I would hope is that, again, together as a unit, the 2 of them are looking at what we can do in the world together. And Spirit's saying to me, yeah, you're close, but it's like, that's me putting my humanness on it. So let me get back to the back to the subject at hand. All right. I feel like that was, oh yeah, that is Snoop Dogg. Ain't nothing but a G thing, baby. Okay. Bad feminist moment. All right. All right, what's next? So what's next? Where are we going? What are we doing? All right. How can we, but I'm hearing I'm hearing like that Taylor Swift getaway car. How can I put myself back? How can I put myself out there? Yeah, that's what I'm getting. That's what's in the energy. So, what's the question, Spirit? What's next? What's next? What's next? What's next? Ooh, 26 minutes. Holy smokes. What's next? What, I'm curious about what this world figure is looking at. I mean, I get it. Achievement, blah, blah, blah. But what's the energy behind that? What is the energy behind this world card, Spirit? What is the energy? What is the energy? It's like, you know the energy. It's achievement. But what is it? What's underlying? Oh, so that's what we doing? That's what we doing? Okay, we're rebirthing. We're transforming with this death card here. It's not reversed. I held it reversed. So the thing about laying down, it's a little bit more challenging than sitting, but it's still cute. Okay. This is an amazing reading. Thank you so much, Spirit. Oh my God, I love what I do. So, total rebrand. Rebrand. How can I keep wanting to say, how can we? But it's not a we. It's a I. How can I rebrand? And what makes me uncomfortable is that it's sitting under the gem. I'm very uncomfortable about people I don't even know. I have a problem. Something's wrong with me. I need help. I need a total rebrand. Oh, okay. I get it. Okay. I understand. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. I need a rebrand because you're going to be okay. All right. They'll come back and love you again. But I need a rebrand. And I wonder if, okay, I'm going in the right direction. This achievement and this rebrand is a shift. Is this a shift, Spirit? This rebrand. What's the energy? Well, first of all, I'm looking at this. I can't unsee it. I can't unsee it. Can't unsee what's sitting right here. More money, more problems. More money, no problems. We're trying to get to that bag, baby. We're trying to get to that bag. So I need a rebrand. I need a rebrand, okay? So that we can go back to those happy times. 10 of Cups, right? So we can go back to that fulfillment. Perhaps I need to make my own money, okay? So that I can feel worthy, but it's not worthy. What I'm hearing is breathe again, breathe again. I need to make this money, honey. Because right now it's Ace of Pentacles in reverse, baby. But now we didn't come all the way around. We didn't have a rebrand. And the goal of the rebrand is the Ace of Pentacles, not in reverse, okay? We need our abundance. But, the Pentacles are not always about money, okay? Because it is an earth sign. And earth signs are into legacy building things that last, building things that matter. It's a very legacy. So it's the money, but it's not just the money, okay? Again, it's like the self-worth is tied to the money. The self-worth is tied to the money. Yeah. Yeah. For sure. They don't want to use this deck. Okay, we're not going to use that deck. Whew. Okay, what's next? All right, so Milady is headed for a rebrand. So that's interesting. I wonder if we'll see, I wonder if it's like pedal to the metal or pull back and go to the drawing board. Hermit style. You know what I'm saying? Pull back. Oh, because that's what I was feeling, like a spiritual transformation. I wonder if we're going to hear about a spiritual transformation after all this stuff. I wonder about that. So what else do we have here? What else does Spirit want to say about this union? What else does Spirit... Oh my God, 32 minutes in. Holy smokes. What else does Spirit want to say about this union? Harry and Meghan, H&M. What else does Spirit have to say about H&M? Got one card here. What does it say? Well, hello, lover. Find your way back. Hey. Find your way back. Yes. Yes. Okay, I'm hearing cuff it. I'm hearing wait till you see stars. Have you ever had fun like this? We gonna F up the night. That's right. That's what I'm hearing. So it's almost like these trials, these tribulations, it's can we find our way back to love? I really like that. I really like it. I really like it. That is the moral of the story. Can we find our way back to love? Together or apart, because this other card is staring me in the face. Now it is in reverse. 3 of Swords in reverse here as well. All right. So 3 of Swords in reverse can be like a finding your way back. Come back home before the street lights are on. You know what I'm saying? You've gone out, you've done these things, but can we find our way back to that 10 of Cups? Can we find our way back to those early moments? There is a desire here for it, obviously. And yeah, so the last card, because it's right here in my face, you know, we've got the Knight of Cups sitting here. Now, I know people, some of the YouTubers that I really, really, really like, they call him the false knight. But I feel like in what's happened here in this reading, even though there's like this, it's almost like their issues are an origin story. Oh shit. It's almost like how it was like how I was saying, Megan is all of us in quotation marks, obviously. Obviously. But also, yeah, they are sort of theoretically, obviously, and in real life. But it's like, as we look collectively, now let's just get, this is where, the other side of me comes in. Let's look at this from a macro level, right? As I was saying, using these people's lives to give us a glimpse into our own. So we have, again, his lineage. We know what they did, right? We know that they went all over the world, right? Colonizing, raping people's we know what it is with the quit. We know, okay? We know. And we know what happened over here, right? In the Gems family, okay? We know, right? And yet, even with that history, right? Somehow they were able to, quote unquote, transform. Death card, Pluto. You know what I'm saying? Scorpio energy here. They were able to transform, and we have been able to transform. We have been able to bring death to many things in our own lives, hopefully, globally, right? And it's like, can we get to a place where we all are able to be in that 10 of Cups energy, right? To be in that Ace of Pentacles energy where we have legacy for our own. Yeah? United States in its it's Pluto return, you know what I'm saying? Can we find love? Right? Three of Swords in reverse. Yeah? Can we do it? Are we able? Are we able? Yeah? Are we able to accept a cup after we've been hurt, after we've been betrayed? Are we able to do it? Will we be able to find love? Will we be able to recognize it when it comes? Harry and Meghan are all of us, I guess. I'll see you next time. Bye.